depression or any type of mental health, everyone say, oh, pray about it. They never say, go talk to someone or anything. They just like, pray about it. And prayer is good. Don't get me wrong, but
it is great. But
you need more.
Works,
it's dead.
It's dead. It's so dead. And I'm a big believer that I think Drake said it best. I'm the type of person that pray about something, then I get up and go get it. I'm a firm believer in that. Whatever I pray for, I work toward to go get it. And like you said before, mental health in the Black community is almost a joke. And I'm glad, like I said, I have a woman beside me who was there to understand. I felt like that sometimes she didn't understand, but we've grown to understand each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the great thing about her. And I've had other people in my corner, like Charisma and other people, who just kind of supported me through those hard times, just those dark times. And depression is something real, whether you want to know it or not. Anxiety is real, and my anxiety was keeping me up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. But that was one of the most perfect times I was writing my poetry at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because of the anxiety,
Yeah. And you're very right, and I hope to anyone who's listening that if you suffer any type of depression, anxiety, or anything, that you do get some type of help. Therapy is not for everyone. Medication is not for everyone, but you can't keep that bottled up inside.
Because you keep it bottled up, you're going to buy bottles. That's what I'm doing.
Because, and no one, I don't think anyone really goes on social media just, showing the world everything that's going on with them. But I would have never knew that, Thomas, if you hadn't said it just now, And I myself went through a bout of depression in 2015 when my brother passed away.
But I remember that. I think me and you both had to a big break from social media.
Yeah, I stopped my blog. I was going through so much, and the person I was in a relationship with at that time wasn't making the situation any better. And I didn't turn to drinking or doing drugs or anything, but I was just very angry and I was very emotional. I caught myself at work just crying. I would come home and cry. Some days I couldn't get out the bed. I was angry, punching holes in the walls. And I don't mind sharing this because people go through this. I have a friend right now who she went through the same thing when she lost someone very close to her too. So, I just, to help myself, I separated myself from everything that was negative, including that relationship, and started slowly but surely working on me and getting myself together.
That's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Because a lot of people, we just wear this mask, especially on social media, everything is perfect. Everything is glorious, But I feel like we all have our journeys where we just got to go through that Red Sea, and just kind of just go through it, On social media, we pretend like we're just this person who we're not. That's why I took my break as well. I remember that time. I think I had just lost my cousin Keith.
Yeah, I think you told me that because you had emailed me, or we might have talked on Instagram or something. But I told you when you told me you had just lost someone too. So I didn't really post it.
I'm pretty sure you and your brother was close. And me and my cousin Keith was almost just like brothers. And when I lost him, it just all kind of just started, really, really bad.
Yeah. And so that's why I'm glad that you are speaking on that, because like you said, in our community, we do take it as a joke, unfortunately, and it's not a joke because a lot of people don't know how to deal with it, and sometimes it can lead to suicide or become addicted to drugs or alcohol because you're just trying to numb the pain, and it's not a good thing.
Yeah, and suicidal thoughts is man, I'm so happy you said that. That's big. It's so big. I've had myself have had the thoughts, and I know 2 other people who had the thoughts that's very, very close to me. One happens to be one of he's like he's one of like he's my cousin, but he's also my brother because we just grew up in the same house. My mom and my auntie stayed in the same house for the longest. And he had, I think he had suicide thoughts since he was like 15, 16. I used to just think he was just crazy. But then when I got up in age, it was just, like I said, when I started drinking heavily, the suicidal thoughts would just come like every day. And that's something real.
It's very real. And what I will do when I do post this episode on, the platforms and stuff, I'm going to list some information for anyone who might be dealing with anything, just to be able to possibly call someone if you need to call them or whatnot, because it's very serious and it's not something that we need to take lightly. We never should have took it lightly, but we don't need to take it lightly anymore in our community because we're losing people are losing themselves, and, we need to be there for one another because you never know what someone is going through. Like, I remember, I might post a selfie, and 5 minutes later, I'd be in my car crying,
Yeah. No, and that, man, oh, my God, you so real with it. You so real with it today. And that's just how I am, too. I can post whatever. It'll be on Instagram, it'll be on my Snapchat, it'll be on my Facebook, but here I am still just having those thoughts of just suicidal thoughts or just thinking I'm not good enough for my woman that's with me at the time, or am I a good brother to my brothers? Am I doing enough for my community? Just so many thoughts, and it just falls into just depression, and just the anxiety kicks in. It's just real bad.
Yeah, oh God. And I had the worst anxiety like you. Like, I could never sleep. I would just be up all night and just be, just thoughts running through my head and stuff. So, we just have to be there for one another, because behind every smile, there's a story, good or bad, you never know. So I really do appreciate you speaking on that. So we're going to move on to something else before I start crying up here and then this whole show just goes left. No, you're fine. I'm glad you mentioned that because it's very real and you're speaking your truth. You can only speak about what you know. So, no, I appreciate that. But I wanted to ask you your book. Like, you wrote poetry, but, a book is something totally different, So what made you want to just be like, hey, I'm a do a book?
Man, that's a great question. What came about was I'm a big fan of Spike Lee, and I just love how Spike Lee always gives his 110% into the movie. He necessarily doesn't pick the best actors at all.
Yeah.
The meaning behind the movies are just always good. And I said, man, if I could do it, because whether we know it or not, every movie that Spike Lee does, it has some conscious movie behind it, or just some message behind it. I said, if I could just narrate a story like how Spike Lee does, I mean, that'd just be really cool. And I had this story, like I said, it is based off some of my experience, some of my friends' experiences, just a lot of different experiences that I've seen. And you know how when people say, "Man, God give you something, you just gotta go with it." And the Most High gave me this dream, this image, and I just started to put it out on paper.
Yeah.
And it just started flowing. I wrote it probably within 5 months, which is a short period of time for a book. Because I know some people it takes about a year or two for people to write books. But in that short period of time, of course, you have to go through the editing. Yeah. You have to go through the publishing. So a lot of that is, actually still getting worked out right now. Well, the editing is done, and then we just getting all the stuff finalized for the publishing right now.
Mm-hmm.
But the book just came about just, me growing up in Memphis and just seeing what I seen and just knowing what other people was dealing with at the time.
Okay. Well, I love to read. I am such a book lover. So I'll be on the lookout for it. So once you get your publishing and stuff done, are you looking to release it on Amazon and
it's gonna be on Amazon, and then it's gonna be on my personal website. it's also going to be on the publishing company website. I always forget their name. So.
Well, when they start sending you them checks, you better remember their name, Tom.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember their name. And then, they only call me like every once a month. So
yeah,
I'm still trying to build a relationship with them. So it's all good. But everything's going good. Everything is following in order, just like, I prayed about and I meditated about. So I'm very excited for it.
So what's next? Like, once the book is out, like, do you plan on doing a book tour with it at first? Or, maybe just go around in your city? Because Memphis is a big city.
Yeah, Memphis is a big city. I definitely, because, like, right now I live in Nashville.
Okay.
So once the book is out, I want to do a couple of tours around. We have a bunch of libraries, and we also have, like, Books A Million, Barnes & Noble. We have a store like by TSU, Tennessee State University, which is called Kubalon, which is a black-owned bookstore, and it would just my dream is to have a book, signing books down there, and then when I go to Memphis, there's a bookstore that I actually used to work at part-time, who's already agreed to let me come in and sign books there as well. But once it's out, I want to, which is already getting in the works as well, and start a short film for it and just put it on YouTube. It'd be short clips because actually the main character inside the book writes poetry as well.
Okay.
So it's going to be like probably about 8 short clips, probably about 5 minutes long. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the next step. And then I'm already working on the second one.
Oh, well, look at you. Look at you, little Omar Tyree. For those who may not know, he is very known in, I guess you could say, the urban book world, black literature. I actually named my son after him because when I was pregnant with my son, I was reading his book, Milk in My Coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that book.
Yeah, I love that book. So my son is actually named after him.
Wow, that is tight. That's dope.
Yeah, so I'm excited. Like I told you in the email, I'm very, very proud of you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I'm so excited about this book. And like with your poetry or your spoken word, like, are you going to release like maybe a spoken word album or something?
Yeah, I am. Yep. Shout out to Antoine and shout out to Zers, my producers. We've been working. I am working on a poetry album, actually spoken word album, and I think it's gonna be really dope. I think it's gonna be really creative, just because it's not just a poetry or a spoken word album. It's gonna have your skits. Is gonna have your hard knocking beats and stuff like that. It's gonna be just really raw, and it's gonna really be just uncut. It's just gonna be, you never probably really seen this side of Thomas. I don't think nobody really just seen me express myself the way I'm expressing myself on this album.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be excited about that too, and I'm gonna need that.
I'm afraid for my mama to listen to it, to be honest.
Oh, you're afraid? Well, I don't want my mom to listen to my podcast because, we go real left on that. She can check out the website, but she can't listen to the podcast. But then again, I get it from her, so she may not be shocked at all. But
I just want everybody to know back home is like, what I'm speaking about is what I'm saying. And it goes back to me. Just don't judge me or misjudge me for who I am.
And I don't think anyone should, because who you are is who you are. Just like who they are is who they are. And I think that's where people get so caught up at trying to judge someone. Like, I always tell people, I'm not here to judge anyone whatsoever. Because that's not my job,
Nah, I can't judge nobody. Especially what I can't judge nobody.
And I don't get paid to judge. Like, I'm not getting a check. So I'm definitely not gonna judge you. I always tell people, like, if someone ever asks me for advice, I always tell them, do what you feel is best for you, because at the end of the day, that's what you're gonna do.
Yes, ma'am.
So
exactly.
There's no need for me to sit up here and give you some long drawn out speech as to why you should do this and that, because at the end of the day, you will do what you